Summer's supposed to be the easy season. So why are so many people quietly Googling a therapist between summer Fridays? Because more daylight doesn't fix the hard stuff. Sometimes it just turns the volume up. Grow does therapy differently. Grow connects you with thousands of high-quality licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions, nights and weekends. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. The therapist you want takes your insurance on Grow. Grow accepts over 125 insurance plans. Sessions average $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/ACAST today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/ACAST. growtherapy.com/ACAST. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
Join me, Monica Reinagel, for a live taping of the Nutrition Diva podcast in Washington, D.C. On Wednesday, August 19th, we are gathering at the beautiful Friends of the National Arboretum to dive into the science of hydration. We're kicking the evening off with a sunset yoga session, followed by the live podcast recording and an open Q&A. So bring your most burning nutrition and hydration questions. Come for the yoga, come for the show, or do both. A huge thanks to our friends at Liquid IV for making this night possible and keeping us hydrated all evening long. Spots are limited. Grab yours and RSVP now at nutritiondivadc.com.
On today's Smart 7, Burnham changes prisoner release plan again, UK set for a solar eclipse, and much more. It's Wednesday, 12th of August, it's World Elephant Day, and happy birthday, Tyson Fury.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Prime Minister Andy Burnham has come under increasing pressure in the last week or so over the early release plan for prisoners, intended to take pressure off Britain's overcrowded prison system. The initial plan was to provide early release based on time served, but Burnham instead removed categories of offenders, including murder, rape and sex offenders, from the list. However, pushback came from victims, including the mother of PC Andrew Harper, who was horrified that her son's killers could be released. Now, the PM has signalled another change of tack, with new proposals to ease overcrowding, including using space in women's prisons and sending foreign prisoners home.
What I have done since I came into office is push the system every single day to go further. I've not accepted it's impossible to do more. I believe there is more that can be done.
The Justice Secretary has now been asked to fast-track a new plan, but the chopping and changing has irritated Thames Valley Police and Crime Commissioner Matthew Barber.
He needs to get a grip of this. There is a solution out there. I want to meet with ministers because there is a very simple way in which they can do this. I just don't understand why they haven't at the moment committed the political will to make it happen.
Apart from the political pressure over prisoner releases, the new PM is also facing what looks like a new asylum crisis. Labour under Keir Starmer had pledged to stop using so-called asylum hotels to house those who crossed the Channel illegally, instead planning to use military bases. Plans were announced for 3 initial bases, including one near the town of Bicester in Oxfordshire, but that has sparked protests from locals in the village of Piddington. Last summer saw protests outside migrant hotels, and scenes like Monday's migrant boat, which was loaded with 230 people, aren't helping matters. Housing Secretary Angela Rayner says a crackdown is required.
I feel absolutely appalled that these criminal gangs will load a boat up to dangerous levels that is not a seaworthy vessel and put innocent lives of desperate people at risk, and that's why we have to crack down on these criminal gangs that are doing that.
While small boat arrivals have declined in 2026, Minea Kulbers from think tank Migration Observatory says that as gangs get more desperate, the risk for migrants increases.
The more we have these very large boats, the more people get packed into a boat, the more we see some of these longer journeys, the higher the risk of seeing another tragedy in the Channel is, and that's very worrying.
US President Donald Trump is having a pretty bad run at the moment. He's seeing terrible poll numbers. Israel have rejected his Gaza peace plan, and he cannot find a way out of the war he started with Iran. Tuesday saw a new scandal engulf the White House as it emerged Trump secretly used a military plane to leave the NATO summit in Turkey after fears of an Iranian attack on the brand new Qatari Air Force One. The Secret Service carried out the switch, which saw the press pool continue on Air Force One, acting as a decoy for the president. All three planes then landed in England, and the US president never told the reporters what had happened. He was asked about the switch on Tuesday after an appearance in Ohio and was unapologetic.
It was really as per the military, and I just have to do what they say.
Why was it too dangerous for you to fly on Air Force One, but not too dangerous for the press?
I think actually the plane that I flew on was at greater risk.
Why do you say that?
Because that would be the plane I think that they would be more likely to go for.
If you've no plans for Wednesday, maybe you need to get yourself out in the garden to enjoy the cosmic miracle of a solar eclipse. Wednesday evening around 7 p.m. we'll see, clouds willing, what could be the most dramatic solar eclipse visible from the UK for more than 30 years. For most, it will be a pretty significant eclipse with more than 80% of the sun blocked out by the moon, but it's only expected to last for about 2 minutes at its peak. Even though the sun will be partially blocked, it's really quite important you don't look directly at it. Donald Trump, I'm looking at you. Science and space communicator Dr. Neve Shaw says do not use normal sunglasses to protect your eyes.
Sunglasses, their job is to remove glare. They do not protect you from the damage of the sun's rays. The temptation on Wednesday evening will be, sure, look, 90% of it will be covered, I'll be grand. No, you won't be grand. You will have a permanent imprint of the eclipse on the back of your eye.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, Team GB hunt for gold in Birmingham, and things get spooky for Dakota Johnson. Right after this.
Summer's supposed to be the easy season. So why are so many people quietly Googling a therapist between summer Fridays? Because more daylight doesn't fix the hard stuff. Sometimes it just turns the volume up. Grow does therapy differently. Grow connects you with thousands of high-quality licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions, nights and weekends. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. The therapist you want takes your insurance on Grow. Grow accepts over 125 insurance plans. Sessions average $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/ACAST today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/ACAST. growtherapy.com/ACAST. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
You're locked into a lot of things you can't change. Weather, traffic. Hey, stay in your lane. Your wireless carrier's latest price hike. But you can unlock a better way. Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. Switch to the $25 a month unlimited wireless plan. No contracts, no price hikes, and you keep your phone. Stop being locked into their games. Unlock the savings at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line of payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months on the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
Welcome back. This week sees the European Athletics Championships underway in Birmingham with 50 gold medals up for grabs. Amy Hunt picked up Team GB's first gold medal with a win in the 100 metres, and Britain is now top of the medal table. All eyes will be on the hotly contested women's 800 metres, where 3 gold medal rivals are set to do battle. Keely Hodgkinson is safely through to the semi-finals on Thursday after a strong run on Tuesday, finishing her heat with a time of just under 2 minutes, the fastest time of the day. She says she's raring to go and has her eye on the gold.
It felt really good. I could feel the girls pushing, and I think sometimes the faster rhythm I think suits me a bit better. Yeah, I'm going to come out here and I'm happy to be here, and family here, friends here, a beautiful British crowd to support us all, so I'm happy.
If you have kids of a certain age or you were a kid in the mid-2000s, you'll know every song on the Camp Rock soundtrack. The Disney Kids movie, which was followed by a sequel in 2010, remains one of the most watched on the channel, and fans and parents alike will be delighted to know there's a Camp Rock 3 on the way. It's bringing back the original rockers Demi Lovato and Joe Jonas, and it's due to hit Disney Plus this weekend. Joe and the Bros made an appearance at the premiere, and he's hoping it's a wholesome treat for a new generation.
Some of these actors weren't even born when the first one came out. And a lot of the new people that are going to be watching, we hope that they fall in love with it as much as the first two fans of the films really have. And I think this is just great music, great story, and I think something a lot of the family could watch together.
There's a chilling new movie on the way about an author that's based on a book by Colleen Hoover. It's called Verity, and it stars Anne Hathaway, Josh Hartnett and Dakota Johnson in a twisted tale about a best-selling author played by Hathaway who has apparently been left paralysed after an accident. Dakota Johnson plays an up-and-coming writer called Lowen who gets hired as a ghostwriter to finish the best-selling novelist's last book, but that's when things get complicated. It hits cinemas in October.
This is my confession. My autobiography. A writer's words should be honest and a little bit terrifying.
This place is insane. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Join me, Monica Reinagel, for a live taping of the Nutrition Diva podcast in Washington, D.C. On Wednesday, August 19th, we are gathering at the beautiful Friends of the National Arboretum to dive into the science of hydration. We're kicking the evening off with a sunset yoga session, followed by the live podcast recording and an open Q&A. So bring your most burning nutrition and hydration questions. Come for the yoga, come for the show, or do both. A huge thanks to our friends at Liquid IV for making this night possible and keeping us hydrated all evening long. Spots are limited. Grab yours and RSVP now at nutritiondivadc.com.
Traffic may be locked, but savings isn't. Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile with unlimited wireless for just $25 a month forever. No contracts, no hikes, and you keep your phone. Unlock the savings at boostmobile.com/unlock. $25 forever requires customers to remain active on Boost Unlimited Wireless Plan. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.